Hey guys, breeding season's finally over. I now get to sit back and enjoy the birds, watching them settle. I got all three groups mixed in. I got the hallway opened up like I said I would. I got box perches in the back. I'll show you guys here in a minute. Just out here watching the birds. I am still breeding a very small group, maybe about 8 or so for Zach, just to fill his loft because he's a little short on birds this year. He wasn't as successful breeding his pairs. So I let basically a very, very small 4th round go, just to give them something to fly. They'll be ready to go here in a couple weeks. So it's not too late, but definitely not as old as mine, obviously, when I started breeding in December. But with that being said, I just want to show you guys exactly how I'm doing it. I got the doors taken down like I said I would. I ended up building some box perches instead of V perches on the back wall. I do like those better. Took down the 2 doors. I built the box perches. I did run some contract or construction paper on the back wall. I didn't want the back wall to get stained with pigeon droppings, and so this is not a permanent deal. This is just for this year, just because I bred so many. I wanted to breed so many. But as usual, the birds love it. I mean, if they're in and out as they please, they have no issues. I personally don't like it as much. The hallway, like I said, is about 32 inches wide with the additional 4 inches that I made the box purchase. The moment I walk by, a couple birds get spooked, and of course I get smacked in the face. And I don't like that much, but it is what it is, and this is what we have to do for this season. Once the season's over, or once I reduce the birds, hopefully I don't suffer that many losses in training. But if I end up doing that, that's fine. I'll just end up having 2 separate groups. I'll put the doors back, clean the hallway, and get back to where I enjoy keeping birds. At this point, it is a little overwhelming, especially for the design loft that I built. I never intended to fly this many or breed this many. Well, like I said, I wanted to breed as many as I could off that group of birds that I had, and that's what I did. That's what I tried to do. So at this point, all 3 groups, all 3 rounds are mixed in. They're all flying. Some are flying better than others, obviously. They're out routing already, while others, some probably their first time out, not a big deal. I don't seem to have a real big issue with birds that, or I should say, settling birds when I have birds out already that are settled. You will still suffer some losses, like anything else. There are some dummies in the mix. We breed just as many good ones as or I should say, we breed more bad ones than we breed good ones. But that doesn't eliminate the bad, regardless of how good the parents were, whatever. This is what, oh, the sun's actually out. That's nice. But that's pretty much it, guys. Wanted to show you all 3 rounds. I got a few birds out, still flying around. I got a couple birds here on the pergola, just doing their thing. And you know what? We've had pretty good luck with hawks. The last few times I've let them out, no issues whatsoever. So let's hope for the best. Like I said, most of these birds have been out, maybe with the exception of 1 or 2 that hasn't flown out yet. But there's nobody left inside, so everybody's out now. If they're not settled by now, well, tough. I can't baby them forever, and you shouldn't. You know, just like a day like today where it's overcast, except for this exact moment, I don't like to leave my birds in. I don't baby them by any means whatsoever, because you know what, racing isn't always perfect, and there will be some days where you will have an overcast race, or a race where it starts to rain halfway through. And I want my birds to be exposed to that as much as possible, without, you know, obviously without throwing them away. I'm not going to let them out on a thunderstorm just to build their endurance. Obviously that you know, makes no damn sense, but whatever. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. Let them out, build them up, because you never know what the day is going to be like, or I should say what race day is going to be like. So far so good, guys. Like I said, a small, very, very small 4th round for Zach. Most of those birds are going to go his way unless I see something I absolutely can't get, you know, can't let go. Most of them are going to be his. So we'll be flying some of those birds in his loft with his methods, see how they do. I have a few birds in another fancier's loft, or I actually say a couple fanciers lofts, to see how they do with their methods. I'm excited about that. I mentioned it before, I'm not super competitive. I don't mind. Actually, I'd take real pleasure if somebody won with my birds, just as much as if I won with my birds. You know, I mean, I can see that the birds do well. And I can obviously go back down the lineage, see which parents bred what, and try to get another one from there. And either way, guys, that's all I have for you today. I have one other thing I wanted to show you guys, or tell you guys. For those who know me, and know that I'm an avid beekeeper. Obviously, the ones that don't know me do not know this. You can see the beehives are in the back. Unfortunately, this year I lost all 3 hives. One hive suffered CCD, and the other 2 hives died. I had one go through the winter all the way to January, and I lost it in January. So I'll be getting a few new hives here shortly. If that's something you guys want to get into, or something you guys have any interest in, let me know. I can make a couple of videos based on that. Maybe some entry-level stuff if you guys are really trying to get into it. It's a great hobby, just like the pigeons. There's a lot to learn, there's a lot to enjoy. Queen rearing, watching the hives build up in strength and numbers, and obviously end result, honey. But there's so much more to that. There's so much more to the bees than just a box full of bugs. Plus, with the added benefit for our birds, obviously the honey is a big benefit. Then comes the pollen. A lot of guys like to use that in their grit, on their feed, and then the propolis, what the bees make as their own antibiotic. A lot of guys use that with their birds as well, and I see a lot of that starting to come out in these natural medications, natural substances. You'll see bee propolis in there as well. So hey, either way, if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know. I don't want to create a whole separate channel just for beekeeping or anything like that, but I do keep them. I enjoy them, so if it's something you guys want, let me know. Leave it in the comments, guys. Either way, I'll see you guys on the next one.